Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading for the last half of August. Yes, I'm late. We all do know that time is kind of irrelevant when it comes to these readings. It's very fluid. So this could already have happened to you. This could be something that's a prediction for the future. But I will go ahead and start this reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And if you are here brand new, you're clicking here for the first time, welcome. I hope that you'll subscribe, hope that you'll stay and contribute to our community. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back to watch your reading. All right, so I'm going to ask for 2 of these cards. Spirit, please, can we have 2 cards for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, the sign of Virgo, please? Virgo. We've got one that's, well, a few that's flipped, so I'll take one of those. Put the rest back in. Okay, so we have laugh at your demons. So we do have something that might be going on. Having a hard time, I think, Virgo. Stressors in your life, things that are making you have maybe feelings of nervousness. Maybe someone is trying to get the best of you. But this card is to let you know that if you take it with a grain of salt, laugh at your demons, just get through it as best you can, and then just carry on. It is just a bump in the road that you need to get through. And as long as you choose your friends wisely, you will get through this. So you just make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the best type of people, those people who have your back. All right, we just need one of these cards. One of these. This is the Oracle of the Fairies, and it says, believe in magic. It says, open your eyes and see the magic that is all around in nature. The Fairy of the Northern Lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. So I feel as though the person that I am connecting with today, the person this is going to resonate with, is someone who might be having a bit of a hard time. Someone might be sort of in your space, kind of trying to suck it to you, you know, trying to make life a little annoying and grievous for you. And if that's the truth, then know that you have, if you've chosen the right friends, that they have your back. And believe in magic, because at this time, once you get through this, things are going to go a lot smoother. It says open your eyes and see the magic. See the magic of your friends around you, the ones that have your back, the people that care for you, the ones that would never let anything happen to you. All right, so I'm going to ask for 9 cards. This is the Moonchild Tarot, by the way. I'm just going to ask for 9 cards here. Too many. 9 cards here for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We start out with the 6 of Cups. We've got the Emperor. We have the Magician. Somebody's manifesting, taking control. 6 cards, please, for Virgo. That one fell sideways, so it is a challenge, but I'm going to turn it upright here, and we're going to look at it. 10 of Swords is really a challenging card. It's a challenging energy, so it's sort of fitting that it's come out sideways as the challenge. We've got Death at the very center. We've got 9 of Cups. We've got the 7 of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. One more card. One more card for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Virgo. There we go. Ace of Cups. And the energy we're in at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords to me is always sort of a surprise. It is something that you don't expect to happen, but something that does. And let me look at this here. Yeah, I think there's some unexpected things happening here in your reading. So let me take a look. So I do usually read past, present, future. I can read it this way, past, present, future. I'll read it all the way around, and I will clarify with Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Marchetti. And but the first place that I like to go is the center of everything. So the heart of the matter is the Death card. So that tells me that something is coming to an end. And whether that be who you are in the world to other people, or this trial that's come up for you here, this trial that's come up here that's telling you to laugh at your demons, perhaps you are coming to the end of that, the hard times that are coming out because of this death. You are bringing something to a close because it's no longer serving you. So it could be the way you are in the world. It could be a relationship, a marriage. You are bringing something to an end. But we're going to find out more about that as we clarify. So let me just take a look here. Okay. Okay, so we start out with the Six of Cups. I'm going to start out in the left corner here. We start out with the Six of Cups. The cups, of course, being Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, right? Those are cups. Those are emotions, energetic emotions. And the Six of Cups, I see as someone that you have known for a very long time. So someone who you may consider some sort of a soulmate or a best friend. I mean, best friends can be soulmates. Lovers can be soulmates. Cousins can be soulmates. You know, you can have friends that you feel are soulmates. And I believe that this person that you met long ago, Virgo, that you felt as though they were your soulmate. And I think it goes back to childhood. So this person that you have met, they could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, or they could have water in their chart. And I would say major placements of water. I also think that this person, possibly their sun sign might be an Aries, because I see the Emperor here. So I feel like you felt that the Emperor was your soulmate, and that you feel like I'm hearing prayed him there. So you, him or her, depending on the energy, right? Because yes, the Emperor is a father. He is an Aries. However, this energy can be the energy of a female as well. And it's just a really strong energy, an energy that takes charge, an energy that is the boss, that is the leader, and that can definitely be a female energy as well. We are not reading gender here, we are reading energy, right? So I feel as though that you've met someone quite some time ago, and I'm feeling as though it was sometime in your childhood or your late teens, something like that. I believe that that person was an Aries, or had the energy of an Aries. In other words, that they really took good care of you. They made sure you had everything that you needed. They had all the great words. They were, fierce, could take care of you, could protect you if that's what you wanted. But I feel as though that, again, looking at the Magician here, I feel as though you manifested this relationship with this person, or you prayed them there, is what I'm hearing. I prayed you here, is what I'm hearing. So I think that you met this person long ago, and then it was your Nine of Cups moment. You thought all your life had been fulfilled by meeting this person, this Aries, this leader, this person who will give you the world, give you anything that you ever needed, and that you really did manifest this. Looking at the energy in the current, though, I feel as though you have come to an end of that relationship. So although this relationship had its run, had a really good run, I feel as though you are now coming to the end of your pain, right? You're coming to the end of your pain, and we are looking at the 10 of Swords. Now the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Swords is the one really where you are coming to terms with your with the pain that you've been going through, with the emotional pain you've been going through, the thoughts, the overthinking, and then the 10 for me is putting down those burdens. So putting down putting down the pain that's been caused, the emotional pain that's been caused in this relationship. I feel like death is at the center of everything because there's lots of changes going on in your life right now, Virgo, and you feel a little bit out of balance. What I see is we have the Death card, which is Major Arcana, the Emperor, and the Magician. And I feel as though that we have the Nine of Cups on one side here, the Nine of Cups, and we also have Death in the middle, and then the Ten of Swords on this side. So it tells me that this relationship that that came to be in the past actually is coming to an end here in the current time frame. So June, July, August, September, October, November. So within August or September, it looks like this is all coming to an end. You, I believe, are the one that finally ended it. The other person could have been the one that walked away, but you were the person who is finally putting the last nail in the casket and saying, I'm done. I'm done and I'm not going back. And then you carry on to look for your fulfillment of wishes for your Nine of Cups. And so I feel as though coming to the end of this, or bringing this all to the end, has really made you free. I feel like this person here is dancing freely, that there is some, they're dancing through all of, I feel like they're dancing through all of the things that that scared them, the things that were hard for them to do, the things that at times they felt like they couldn't make it through. There's a butterfly here, which tells me this is also a transformational time for you, that you are going ahead and finding out that you are far stronger than you thought you were, Virgo, and now it's time to move on because you have, or you are pointed in the right direction. The Knight of Swords here that I see under the deck here, I feel like this is coming up as the Knight of Swords, because I feel like you are surprising yourself here, that the other person may have walked away, but you are surprising yourself in that you're not going back. You're not going back. You're not going back on the ideas that you had or the things you wanted to do. You're not going back here. You are actually moving along and moving out to your Nine of Cups. You need emotional fulfillment. And so you are... you're in a better place than you were, but since this relationship ended, I think you're in a far better place mentally to be able to look for your Nine of Cups, to be able to fulfill your wishes. In the future, though, I feel as though you still feel a little bit of deceit, that the thing that's going on here, if it is a marriage that's ending, we know that these things can drag on for a little while. I feel like this person's going to sock it to you here. I think that they're going to continue to kind of bring up things from the past. They're going to play with your mental energy. They're going to, if there's children that are from this relationship, I feel like those children will be used as pawns. I feel like there is this sort of energy that is telling me that there is going to be rough roads ahead. I do see the Queen of Pentacles being the only card that is in the reverse. I feel like you will be going into a period in the future where you are become financially unstable. I feel as though you start sort of closing yourself off to your friends and family. And maybe even the person, if you have a new person, you may even close yourself off to that person because these are not things that you want to share. I just heard this is not your Facebook life. There's so many people who live their Facebook lives, right? Who are, happy and cheery and their marriage is perfect and they have the cars and the houses and they're traveling. Meanwhile, they're miserable and you wouldn't know that because they're living their Facebook life. So I feel as though you'd be coming... unstable in your finances, unstable in terms of how you approach people and in friendships as well. I think you're keeping to yourself a lot, and I don't think you're offering your services. I feel like you're the person who's always there when someone needs you, and now you feel as though you need somebody else and they're not there. So the Queen of Pentacles energy is here in the... it's here in the future. I feel like it's the cause of it's because of the Seven of Swords that you feel unbalanced. And I also feel like your person that is making you feel unbalanced, this could be the card of your spouse as well. So this person could be deceiving you. They could be trying to make you broke through this whole relationship and as this marriage ends. But I think through all of it, though, you're starting new. You're not going to let it get to you. You're not going to let it break you. You're going to laugh at your demons. You are going to choose your friends wisely, and you are going to believe in magic. And I feel as though with all of that, that you come out on top, that you do have good friends. You do have people around you who are kind and who want to see the best for you. And you do have people around you that will catch you if you fall. So I feel like all in all, you're having a new start, a new happy emotional start, either with another person or just within yourself. You're finding self-love after coming out of this relationship where you may have been emasculated or, you know, mentally or physically abused, that you are now coming out to be you. And that the Ace of Cups is indicating that there is a lot of happy emotion at this time, that you're either starting something new or you're starting a new relationship, one of the two. As I look at the Six of Cups and go down to the Ten of Swords there, I feel like this soulmate has caused you a lot of mental anguish. And so that tells me that it's been sort of a vocal emasculation or abuse, or, you know, an abusive husband or abusive wife. And I believe that you're leaving that relationship with a lot of scars. And you feel as though it's not quite over yet. You feel as though it's about to come back and things have not yet been figured out within the agreement between the two of you. So I don't think it's over, to be honest. I don't think the pain of it is over. I know that you want to come to the end of your pain and you're going to transform, but maybe you're going to learn how to look at things from a happier emotional standpoint. I hope that's true. So we have the Six of Cups here, and why do we have the Six of Cups? Can you tell us more about that, please? The Six of Cups is the Fool. So I felt like you had a new start when you, I feel as though this relationship, this marriage, this union broke up, and then you ended up getting a new start. You left who you thought was the soulmate, and you had a new start. You decided just to walk right out of this reading here. You can see that the Fool is pointed this way, right? And so the Fool tells me that you thought this person was your person, but you decided to have a new start. It looks like that the relationship broke up, and then you began to juggle. So there could be children, there could be assets to pay out, that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, there was a period of juggling here. Why is the Emperor here, please? Why is the Emperor here? The Emperor is the one that deceived you, I believe. The Emperor is the one who was not honest with you, who maybe lied to you. Maybe they let this go on longer than it should, that maybe they had fallen out of love a long time ago, but they were just staying for the assets. I feel like this Emperor here is the one that caused pain, that you felt that you were chained to that person. You felt as though you were enslaved by them, that you had to do what they said. You know, an Emperor is a pretty big personality, and I have to be honest, and unless the Emperor is in the reverse, I don't really think that the Emperor is into manipulation. But in this case, I have a feeling that you felt manipulated by the Emperor. Or there could be some addictions that took over. It could be drinking, smoking, video games, you know, whatever it is. And then we have the Three of Wands. So there was no more waiting. It was time to get out of the relationship. You know, you knew that there was nothing else coming in this relationship. No reason to hang on, no reason to wait. And then this relationship broke open. And why is the Magician here, please? Why is the Magician here, please? The Magician? The Magician is here because of the Eight of Pentacles. So the Magician is here because you have worked really hard at trying to manifest this relationship, and I feel like you put your all into this relationship, Virgo, but it didn't work. And so I guess the shocking part of it is that it really did come to an end. I think you thought this was just another argument. This was just another thing that you guys were going to get through, but it didn't work out that way. I think what the Knight of Cups, I feel like that your spouse came to you, or you went to your spouse and said, I'm really sorry, but I can't do this anymore. I don't want to work on this anymore. The Knight of Cups, you know, kept trying to come in to bring love into the relationship, and you kept trying to work on it, but I feel as though it was one-sided. And so you decided just to stop trying to make this work, and you just decided that you wanted to come to the end of your pain finally and put that stuff out. The Ten of Swords is clarified by the Empress, and you could have been with a Taurus, I guess, Virgo. You could have been with a Taurus, someone that you felt was quite creative, and when they were happy, they were great, and when they weren't happy, they were just the worst. It made you feel the worst. The Ten of Swords here tells me that you also would lay awake at night and ask, you know, whoever was listening to help you through this, to help you get to the end of your pain. You connected to Spirit, and so you got your answer. And your answer was, it's done. It's time to go. And why is the Death card here, please? Why is the Death card here, please? Death card is here because of the Knight of Swords. And surprisingly enough to you, that you decided that you're just going to end it, that you were tired of being the person who was in the wrong all the time. You were tired of being the person who was emasculated all the time, or verbally abused all the time, and you just ended it. And then we have the Ace of Wands, because you needed to be passionate about something or someone, and you did not have that in your union. The Nine of Cups is here. Why is the Nine of Cups here, please? We have the Nine of Cups here because of the Moon. So you were scared to leave the relationship because you felt as though you were never going to find happiness. You were never going to find the level of happiness you had when this relationship first started. And so the Moon, which is Pisces and Cancer, the Moon casts a shadow, and it casts, it makes you feel worried and scared, and you can't see what's in the future. So you just stayed because you really couldn't find a way out of this relationship without hurting everyone involved. Then we have the King of Wands. But you ponied up. You decided that you were just going to use all of the energy that you had, all of the influence that you had. And when your person said they were leaving, you changed the locks on the door and said, good, don't come back. And it's not like it didn't hurt you. It did hurt you. And you knew that you were never going to have happiness with this person unless you found your passion. And then the Wheel of Fortune turns forward. So we see the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor here. You are within yourself kind of arguing back and forth, wondering if you've done the right thing. My feeling is you have done the right thing. I just heard you were not well matched. That's what I heard. You were not well matched. It's really hard. If this person was a Taurus and you are a Virgo, those two earth energies are very strong energies. And even though the Virgo is a muted sign, which means you're a little more flexible than the Taurus. The Taurus was the one ultimately that broke this open, just because the Taurus, once they make a decision, they don't usually go back on that. And even if they sometimes will suffer the consequences of that, they will never go back. Once they make a decision, it's really hard for them to be flexible. Yeah. So why is the Seven of Swords here, please? Seven of Swords, please. Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Four of Swords. So, yeah, there's a lot of deceit, a lot of deception, lots of lies, lots of arguing, lots of negative energy, negative space, and you decided that you just needed to heal. So you just let your person out the door and locked it behind them, changed the locks, and decided that it was time for you to heal. You really didn't do much for a while. You just kind of laid there and tried to be the best that you could be just by being you. And then a new start came along. So you begin to feel better. You've decided that you're going to, go through with the divorce or the parting of the assets or whatever it is. And, we've got another card here. It didn't make you happy, that's for sure. But it didn't make you as sad as you thought it would make you. Once you got a hold of the whole emotional part of it, I think that you started to feel a little better. You started to learn new things. You started to realize that, yes, this you're a little bit financially unstable, that life is sort of on its head, but that there's all kinds of room for you to learn something new. And the Page of Swords is all about learning something new. I feel like you decided to go to an online dating site and to take a look and find out what was there. And you learned some new things. I feel like you were watching someone online. You started to get your balance back and started to get your groove back. And things are moving on from there. And then things start to get move a little quicker. I feel like you find someone who may be at a distance. You guys are going back and forth, visiting with each other. And I think that's what causes this Ace of Cups here. I think that you are now beginning something new that's making you really happy. And now you realize that the relationship that you were in was not the relationship for you. You were not well matched, as I heard. And Ace of Cups, please. What do we have? The Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is here because of the Knight of Coins. So you did offer someone a space in your life here. You offered, took something. I don't have any words today. You offered an opportunity to somebody, and that somebody took that opportunity, which caused for you to be in the Ace of Cups energy. Although you were still a little heartbroken, you decided that it was time for you to get back to work. You needed to work a little harder to figure out what you're going to do with your life. You were having time to heal, nobody there to, call you names, tell you what you aren't, and then you began to learn about love again. So I think ultimately you end up finding someone who is good for you, someone who really enjoys your time, someone whose time you enjoy as well. Let me take a look here, see if there's any other advice here. Energy Oracle. Is there any other advice for Virgo, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Yeah, you were given strength. You were given strength by the universe, and then you started making quick changes. You started to be, the Virgo that starts... The Virgo is someone who breaks things down systematically, looks at them analyzes them, overanalyzes them, and then makes a choice. And I believe that that's your strength. And so your strength, by analyzing, you realize looking forward and into the future, you're not going to be as bad off as you thought you were. The angel of strength here is number 5, which tells me that there was quick changes that came through your life, and you are now a man holding a heart. You've fallen in love with somebody else, or you have your eye on somebody else that you will that you are okay falling in love with. I don't think that this marriage or this union, whatever broke up here, I feel as though it didn't really make you skip a beat. I feel like you're glad to be out of it, that it was quite abusive, and you're really glad to be out of it. Healer of the ages. I feel as though you did a lot of meditation, manifestation. You asked for the healing. You really did take heed of, what you were supposed to do. I feel like you're someone who is quite connected to the universe, and if you're not connected, that you are someone who does respect the power of the universe, and that you decided to give your troubles over to the universe and asked for help. And then you just took your eye off the ball and things started moving along. Yeah, you did have a broken heart, but you decided to move forward anyway, and abundance is what came to you because of your strength. And then the angel of balance came. So I feel as though we leave you, Virgo, in a little bit of better... I feel like we leave you in a little bit of a better place than back here in the past. I feel like you felt that person was your soulmate, but it turns out that they really weren't. And it was time for you to just move forward and carry on, because that's really all that you could do. You can't make anybody stay with you, right? All right, so that's all I have for you, Virgo. Thank you very much for coming and watching. And please look down in the description. I might have some information there for you. I am taking private readings. If you will either go to my website at www.tenofcupstarot.ca, or you can reach me at elsie@tenofcupstarot.ca as well. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.